What's going on, guys? James Banks here at the FACEIT Major, and I'm joined by someone I've known for way too long. This has been an incredibly long journey for both of us in so many ways. First thing is, congratulations on just beating Vega out there. Just tell me how you're feeling now, because obviously you guys, you did it in such style to get to Legend stage again. You guys have looked in really good form, but obviously you can't win every game, and the best of ones are a bit of a factor in that.
Yeah, I mean, we're super happy to be where we are, but we're not satisfied at all. So we are looking forward to every game that we're playing, and we learn more and more every time we play a game. And if you look on through last week, we had one really good opponent through the week. I mean, Tylo and my Virtus is not even bad teams, in general, but Virtus in a big slump. Tylo is a team that's really good, but we know how to play against them. Astral is the #1 team, and we managed to beat them over 4 overtimes. So comparing last week to this week, I mean, I think we could have gone much better in the beginning, but we played Mousesports first, then Liquid, and then Navi. It's 3 good opponents through the way, and then we played Vega, which was kind of hilarious since back in 2016 we didn't have a good game, and it was at the Major qualifier. Yeah. So I would say it was a different stage, so we didn't really have the pressure, but at the same time people have been hyping up the game and so on, so it's a little bit back in your mind about it, but we finally did it, now people can calm down a little bit, I guess. So it's a good thing, and I didn't go 3 kills in total, so that's a good step up,
No, it's always positive, right, to get to this stage. Obviously, you've got one more best of 3 ahead of you. What is the mindset change between playing the best of 1s for you guys as a team going into this best of 3? Do you feel like you're more comfortable in that scenario? Because, let's be honest, people have been shitting pretty heavily on the best of 1 kind of format that we're stuck with here.
Well, I think it's just every team is more comfortable in best of 3. Of course, not every team has a really good strong map up, but they know at least they're going to get at least 1 or 2, depends on how the map is going, a best of 3. They will, be more comfortable, and the last one is going to be, a flip a coin and see how it goes. And sometimes they shock, and we know the team is supposed to be better on that map and so on. So I think it's just every team, and especially myself, I'm just feeling more comfortable just playing a best of 3. I know what I'm heading into and so on, and I know that, for example, I don't really think about the maps in general. I'm always heading in the last second to know, okay, we're gonna play those 3 maps, and then I build up my story around it in my head, instead of getting okay, we have to get this map because they're weak on this one, or we're much better on this one, we have to get that one, or something like that. I'm just very open-minded to maps in general. But to the question, really, is a best of 3, you just feel more relaxed, and even though you're 1-0 down, you can always make a comeback at 1-2-0. So it's just I think everyone is just feeling more comfortable in a best of 3 instead of best of 1, especially when it's so high stakes, I'd say.
Good to hear. Now, NIP has changed a fair amount. You and Forrest have generally stayed as you are the staple 2 for that lineup. You're mixing things up. What is the big difference here between the NIPs of a little bit of past and now where you are at the moment? Because for me, obviously, Lekro being in-game leader, him changing things up, he's still quite a young in-game leader, really, in comparison. What is it that he brings that's giving you guys kind of your opportunity to rise here? Because we have seen at least constant success come up in a way, you guys have risen every event in comparison to just a year and a half ago, where things were slowing down a little bit in a way that people didn't expect of NIP.
Yeah, well, I think that after Cologne, where we made a huge exit, a bad one for us personally, because we got crushed by C9, and we didn't even we tried to put a fight against Optic, but we wasn't really there. I think after we changed to Lekro's in-game leader, we had a long talks, we talked things through, we got everyone on the same page a little bit more, and people got frustrated during the way, different tournaments and so on, during the way afterwards as well. But we learned so much by the way, and we got to the point where we're it's okay to be frustrated, take it easy, talk it normally, and try to explain the situation, how you see things, instead of getting frustrated and just be angry at someone else just because you thought they made something stupid in your opinion, or something that got you to die from a different angle or something. Try to get their point of view and actually see what happened and so on. Sometimes you can get flash and then you get baited or something like that, or the smoked mist or whatever happens, so people are way more open to mistakes than we were before, and we're more okay, we did this, we have to remember this and fix this issue instead. Everyone is on the same page, and I really like where we come to, because it was a little bit different before, and I know that Jonas or Lekro is more of a new in-game leader. He was way open to take the role, so everyone was super happy with it. Yeah. So it was between him and me, him or me, and we both were very open to the idea, and I was pretty sure it was gonna be me, but Jonas showed he wanted to do it, and he's been coming much better every week that goes in training and so on. So I believe it was the right call when you look at it. I mean, look here. I don't think that many people were thinking that we would be in this stage a couple of months ago when they saw that we're going to change to him. Yeah. So I think it was the right call to do, and I believe everyone believes in that as well. So it's a good motivation boost for everyone, and especially for him, so being such a new in-game leader. And he doesn't have so much experience with it, but we try to help him. He tries to help us as well. So we always try to be on the same page on everything. It doesn't really matter if we do like 10 mistakes during a game. We just have to remember we have to have our mood up. We have to remember to trust each other, and we have to just keep on fighting and grind out, because we know like a lot of games that we have been under like 110 or 310 and so on, we made huge comebacks, so we know how good we are. We just have to believe in ourselves and actually just work together, and then we gotta fix it, you know. So we have a long way to go still, though. We're not really up there with it exactly the top, but we showed ourselves that we know we're Australians in the best of one. We showed them one in the Esports, and you know, we've been pretty close against Liquid and so on, you know. We're almost there in a way, but not really. You know, we need to work a little bit more, or even harder and more. So time will tell about exactly how our form is.
Now, at least it seems like you guys got some good chemistry and stuff rolling on here. It's very positive talking about, well, taking your insight there from what you said about the team. So looking at this current NIP lineup, do you think now that this is the ultimate lineup for you guys going forward for the foreseeable future at least? Do you think this is the lineup you can bring back championships and make it happen again?
We have something here. I see something. I think everyone sees something. We just have to work very hard to achieve what we want. And I know everyone is so like hungry for winning like titles and so on. And I know like the feeling in the team and so on. And everyone else seems to be fine with each other. Everyone is having fun. They're playing other games, you know, playing CS with together, you know, hanging out outside of the game and so on. So I think we come to the point where things are much better than they were before, you know. Yeah. So I think everyone seems very happy about everything. So I'm still the lonely wolf around, but I'm used to that. I've always been, so it's not really like that. But you know, they welcome me in every time I say, "Hi guys, what are you doing?" So it's fine, you know. But I can't point out anything that we are in that stage. Like I said before in the earlier questions, like we're there and, you know, nagging a little bit, taking the small chips there and there, you know, and small cook if that's possible. But soon enough, we're gonna try to take the big one. But time will tell. We just have to work harder.
Now, going back for you, you've obviously been playing Counter-Strike at such a high level for the longest time, some of the longest that remains at least I'd say this level, right? It's definitely you and Forrest who have taken the age and the skill and the experience and still managed to continue to make it work. For you, how do you stay motivated? Like, what is driving you to still compete and be at this level? Because you've had so many ups and downs as well. And the Chris I knew from back then, you were quite an emotional player. I'm talking about the early SK and Fnatic days when you were playing 1.6. You were emotional. You obviously listened to a lot of the kind of criticism that was put on you. Now you seem to have matured and kind of gone past this stage. You're a bit more, I think your experience helping you out with that side of things. So I'm just wondering, where do you see yourself going on this? Where does this motivation come from?
Well, I think it's just like, there was a point when I was very young and my father, like I was probably before I started playing CS on, and my father, I come from a kind of semi-rich family. Like I didn't know it when I was young. You know, you don't really see, you know, money situation in family and so on. But I see it now when I got older, understanding things. Like my mom took care of 4 kids, and my father worked his ass off, and we was gone most of the time and so on. But I know I got a lot of special weekends with him that I cherish the most with him, because he wasn't there the whole time. But I got a much more better, closer relationship with him, got older and so on. But I remember at one point, maybe I remember it wrong, but at least it stuck by me at least, and he says like money isn't everything, you know, and so on, and he's been sharing it, and I think that hit me the most, mostly because I understood it then, but I didn't see it clearly until I got older. Because like, if you aren't happy what you're doing, and you're just doing just because of money or something like that, you shouldn't do it. And CS has always been like that for me, and CS has been like, I just want to get titles, I want to win and so on, and the money comes somewhere during the line, you know, there's nothing with it. And I know through my career in general, I could have made more salary wise, I could have made more money with sponsorship, I could have made some like other things and so on. And it's just because I made my own choice with doing with my happiness instead of like caring about the things that could make me more richer in a way. Yeah. And I always believed in what we had in NIP, and I always believed in all the things that I put in NIP when we started the whole ship. So I always stuck by it, and I think that's the reason for my motivation, is because I love the scene, I love the game, I love my team, I love the organization, but I love the most the fans, and that's the ones that drive me the most, because like I know my girlfriend's been kicking me off and saying you have to play more. My coach has been doing that as well, and people has been, you know, even friends of mine have been like coming up that haven't spoke to me a long time and kicked my balls or ass or whatever. Sorry for the words, but you know,
it's cool.
It's say you know, like step up your game or do something about it. And before I was a little bit stubborn, it's like it's gonna be fine, you know. But the past couple of months I put in more time, and now I see where I was before in a way. Like I'm not in that skillful level that I want to be, or what I was. But I'm seeing improvements, and if I see the improvements, I'm happy, you know. And that's the most things that cherishes me the most, like I care the most about, because like you can have opinion about me, you can criticize me how much you want and so on. I'll see it, and I will see it. You 100% sure guys who really sees this, I see it. So don't give me death threats, because that's over the top. I already pointed out that a couple of times, but I work my ass off. Yeah. I do everything that's necessary for me. I have def match demos, I play with the team, I play the pugs, I analyze myself and so on. You know, like I do everything. So, and I come to the point when I was 19, 18, 20 or something, when I did that all the time. You know, I'm back in that period, and I've had the support from my girlfriend, which is the best, because she says, just put in the time if you want to. It's fine. You don't have to be with me for the whole weekend if that's necessary. If you feel like the need and the hunger for playing, do it. Just go, have fun, you know. And I couldn't see it in the beginning. Yeah. Like, it's just like sometimes you need to fall very, very deep down in the ladder and understanding like, I need to just pick myself up, and I'm just happy where I am. I'm just happy with everything going, and I see improvement myself, and I'm happy with that, and that's driving me to become even better, because I don't want to end on a bad note. Yeah. And I don't want to end on something that I will feel ashamed of, and I'm a competitor at the end of the day, and if I feel like I couldn't have done this, I couldn't have done that, you know, I will regret it for my whole life, because I put in more than half of my life in this game. I'm putting everything into this, so I don't want to just disappear one day and saying like you were a failure in the end. Yeah.
Well, you've had a very successful career. That's a good thing so far. You've certainly proven that you can build yourself back up. Another thing I wanted to touch on as well was just how are like your health issues and stuff at the moment. Have you kind of got things a bit more under control? Is that helping you at all?
I was actually thinking about doing a video blog about it soon enough, but like I said, now it's not really an issue. I pointed out some there and there on through the community and interviews and so on, but during Cologne and China and so on, my health was very, very bad. Like it was really, really, really bad. I lost a lot of weight. I looked gray when people looked at me and so on. People were asking me in Cologne like, how are you feeling? I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink. Like I ate like I think one day we got a kebab, a big one, and I could only take a bite, and the next 20-30 minutes I sat on the toilet. I just took one bite. I couldn't eat more, and you know the food is gone directly, so I couldn't eat at all. But I took myself a little bit time off before the minor qualifier, the online stage. Got help. It fixed kind of directly. I just was there for one day, so it was fine. But you know, I still have complication with it. Like I have to take more medicines. Like I even took my penicillin shot yesterday, so it's not a fun thing, but it's okay. I have to stick it up every week now. I have to take more pills every day. I have to get back my human system, like the human system is working and so on. And it's kind of so time to time, but I know it would be like this with the sickness, because the sickness is still not really known for many people. I know a lot of players has it, and their personality in this gaming scene and so on, and I help them out with the answering questions and so on, and they help me out as well. Yeah. So we're that kind of small group that know each other through the sickness that we're having, because we have similar sickness and we help each other out. And I think that's a good support net that I got through my health issues, because of course I got my family, I got my team, I got everyone else, but sometimes you just need someone that you don't really see or know, and you get a heads up, and then you actually see it and see it clearly. And I got it through in Cologne when I saw it. Someone just told me like, what are you doing here? And I said, well, I'm staying because I wanted to help out with the signing with the fans. So they were like, still, why are you here? You should just left directly. There's no point of you being here and so on. But that's my own fault, and now I'm feeling much better, and I have to just focus more on it. But I'm here, I'm focusing, I need to play, I need to train, I need to focus on the next game, so health comes second again.
there's a lot more, right, than just playing the game that people sometimes miss off when they send out these messages and stuff like that. Chris, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thank you so much for your time, mate, as always. Good luck tomorrow as well. I will be here watching and cheering and supporting as always. Any final words, anything else you want to say to everyone out there?
Thanks for watching this one, whoever wanted to see it. I know it's been kind of long and boring answers from me, but thanks everyone who's supporting me through my career, and hope you stick by me every time, even though sometimes I'm gonna do a misstep or something like that, or winning or something. Always stick there with me, because I'm gonna reward you at the end of the day, and that's winning the tournaments for you.
That's the final words from this man. He has been doing this for such a long time. It's been incredible to watch his career and his journey so far. Another interview being wrapped up here at the FACEIT Major Legend stage. Hope you guys are enjoying it all. Make sure you drop a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.